It's Week 14 of the NFL, and this one features the Saints' bruising running back. You look at league leaders and see his name, third best in the league coming in. It's the Saints and the Panthers, next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We had a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air.
The kicker, Blake Rupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy. Let the offense unfold. Trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
Another try with Brooks. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds. Here's 3rd and 2. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Now on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down. First down, Panthers. And in motion is Brown. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Receiver in motion, going right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Berringer to punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, he's going to be a hard group to beat. We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
He'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Downfield, got him, and he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw again. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Panthers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. To the outside. Catch made by Brown. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Carolina 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the ground, they go with Brooks. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2. Second down and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. This one grabbed by Nakua. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Man in motion is Brown. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. To the tight end, Likely. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down. On the ground, it's Brooks. And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Panthers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Saints offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. They'll begin here on the ground. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Room up the sideline at the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Saints first down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. They'll throw out of the gun. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line. The motion man is Nakua. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still first down.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he'll take this forward for about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get that complete to Ross. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Saints are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here. Oh, he coughs up the football. And the defense has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New Orleans. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense getting set to get back to work. Trailed by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A carry now for Brooks. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it with Brooks. And he's going to have enough there for the first down. Take it up to the 43-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Panthers cut the deficit down to 1.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. So a very tight first half, a 1-point game here at the break. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns there. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this 2nd half. Coming up. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season, right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Looked like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Ball start, offense.
Back to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Saints. And his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11-12 on the season. On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. The kick is good. The Saints are going to open up the lead to 8. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes third down. He'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Leggett. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Panther first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down. Handoff here, up the middle. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that 1st down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From out of the gun, he'll throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. A short game there to about the 22. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
To the air now on 1st and 10. To the tight end, Likely. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 1st down.
Moore going in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they have the first down, so they get the completion on 1st and 5, and now they'll set up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll look to throw yet again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Open man, left side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Moore going in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws,
and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of it.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Panthers are back within 5.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. The drive will start on the ground. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Panthers' 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play. Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Likely in motion. We'll go once more with Brooks. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with him again. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. They get 22 yards there. It's good for a Saints 1st down. The motion man is Nakua. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. And this team continues to just win football games, well on their way to another victory here. And the conversation is real. The 17-0 can be seen on the horizon. Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, New Orleans.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. No real surprise here, Mike. I think with the way their defense is playing, they decide to just play it safe, short run, get the ball a little bit closer for their kicker here on 4th down, and just make sure they end this drive with points.
Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. They'll try it now with Brooks.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. Fourth down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Back to the air one more time. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He's going to run it. Here's second down and 3. They'll drop to throw. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Back to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before third down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 3. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw. That is caught, and he's in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Big moment coming up for the Panthers as they will go for 2. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Takes it back all the way. How about a pick 2 if you prefer? The play backfires for the offense in a big way. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up